I was living in New Mexico growing up there, and I moved out to LA when I was 18 for music school and got diagnosed with terminal cancer like 3 months into being in school. At that point, they said that I had 5 years to live with treatment. So I went through chemo and radiation and like 16 different cancer surgeries. I went into remission for 2 months and had that mini celebration until it relapsed. It came into the temporal lobe of my brain through the lymph nodes. Then I was given 1 year to live. And in that point, there was kind of the choice of trying as much treatment as we could or not. And I decided to kind of take the natural route because if I really did only have a year, I didn't want to spend it feeling like I did on chemo and all that. And I was in full-time music school throughout the whole thing also. So yeah, so I ended up kind of pursuing more natural remedies. I became cancer-free. I was 5 years in remission. On my 1 year cancer-free date, ironically, I was taking a road trip to go celebrate being cancer-free, and I wrecked myself on a highway.
So what's the moral of the story? Don't celebrate things?
Don't celebrate anything ever. Yeah. So, and that's its own story. I don't know how much in depth you want right now. It's a lot. But.
I want all of it, to be honest. I mean, that's,
okay.
it's, I mean, I have so many questions already, but I don't know if you want to, if you hold my questions or whatnot.
Sure. I'll finish the end part. So I wrecked my car, 80 miles an hour cruise control. I passed out in the driver's seat because the elevation was climbing really high and my body doesn't absorb oxygen like a healthy person's does because of my history of cancer. That's their theory, at least. I'm still not 1,000% sure exactly why I passed out or how that happened. But at 80 miles an hour, I went across all of my lanes, across the median, and then across the opposite lanes of traffic and landed on the other side of the highway. And by some miracle, a highway patrolman came about 10 minutes behind me and was like, "This is weird. There's an abandoned vehicle here." They were kind of looking for an ejected body or thinking someone left the car because they couldn't see me at all. And one of the workmen that was with him decided to look for a phone or an ID and opened the car door and found me crunched underneath my steering wheel, like in that little section where your pedals are. And I had broken my skull off of my spine. I had to get that reattached, so I have a bunch of hardware in there. And
off of your spine?
Yeah.
Literally
so
detached.
Internal, yeah. Internal detachment or decapitation, is what it's called. So I had a brainstem injury and pieces of my occipital bone were stuck in my brainstem. And I had broken all my ribs on my right side by taking the gear shift off with my ribs. So they helicoptered me to Denver Hospital, and Denver Hospital was like, "We can't do anything with her. She's probably just not going to make it." So then they helicoptered me to they helicoptered me first to Casper Hospital, and then they helicoptered me to Denver. And Denver, there was a surgeon there from Germany, and he saved my life.